right, Coach will be joining us shortly. If I could just ask people to put their names in the chat. And for the injury report, doubtful, Dantzler, questionable, Pierce, Conklin, and Surratt. I'll turn it over to Coach.
Big game Sunday night against a very, very good football team. Obviously, they have some terrific players over there on their defense, getting some guys back, it looks like, and offensively, as we know, Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers are outstanding players. We got some good players too, and we're going to go play. Questions?
Chris is the only one in the chat right now, and then followed by Courtney.
Yeah, Coach, I'm hoping you could take us through this morning regarding Kirk Cousins. Apparently, I guess he had some symptoms and self-reported, and just your thoughts on the situation and how do you feel about losing your starting quarterback before such a huge game?
Well, I don't think it was accurate what you said. He gets tested every day. I don't know that he had symptoms. He got tested this morning, and just like everybody else that's gotten COVID this year, I get a text saying they're positive, and they get to retest and confirm it or not confirm it. So, yeah, I mean, you know, we hate to see that happen to Kirk, but he's done a lot of great things for us, and Sean is a really good football player, and we're expecting him to go out and play really well.
Mike, just wanted to confirm on that note, even though he hasn't practiced, will Sean start on Sunday? And who will be the backup?
Sean will start on Sunday.
Dave, followed by Mark.
Mike, was this something that you were bracing for at all? Just knowing that how many players had gone out and how long he'd been able to avoid, the virus until now.
You know, every day is different. You know, somebody's getting it. You're always hopeful that none of your players get it, but that hasn't been the case throughout this season.
Yeah, Mike, I was wondering if, back in the preseason when you were really trying to get this team to get vaccinated, was this like the kind of a scenario that you were throwing out to them? Like, hey, if we're in the playoff hunt, this could happen?
No, well, I mean, Mark, we knew that probably that, the way it was going, obviously with the Omicron now, it's way different than it was at the beginning of the season. But, I was more concerned about the players' health more so than, losing football games or not having a player for that. I didn't really want their families or them to get sick and get really sick. So, but it's changed, everybody, I mean, there's so many people that are getting it now, just part of life.
Sam?
Hey, Mike, I guess I was just wondering if there was any consideration given to Kellen because Sean wasn't able to get back until today, and what gives you the confidence in Sean to turn to him even with his short week?
No, there really wasn't. We knew Sean was coming back, and Sean is extremely bright. He studies like crazy. He's a great competitor. So he's put in his time. He's earned this opportunity, and I think he'll do great.
Chris?
Have you had a chance, Coach, to talk to Kirk at all, to gauge how he feels and missing such a big game and that sort of thing?
I've texted with him, but we haven't really talked about any of that.
Ben, followed by Mark.
Yeah, Mike, with Sean starting, does anything have to change with your game plan, or do you plan to execute things pretty much the way they would be if Kirk was out there?
Yeah, pretty much the same. Obviously their game plan will change, so we may have to make some adjustments. But, Sean knows the game plan cold. Like I said, he's an extremely brilliant person. He puts in the work every single week like he's going to be the starter, and he is this week.
And Mike, just to, I don't know if you answered it earlier, but Kellen will be the backup.
Yeah.
And then I just had a question on turnovers. I mean, I know that just to shift gears on turnover. You know, the Packers, you know, every team, you know, turnovers are important, but it seems like the Packers, I mean, they're like 30-0 under LaFleur when they win the turnover ratio or turnover margin. What is it about them? You know, obviously Aaron Rodgers. What is it about them that they really put down when they win that battle?
Yeah, well, you know, I think Mark, one of the biggest, you know, they rush the passer really well. They do a good job in creating sacks, but they cover well as well. And you know, so I think, you know, when a team is trying to you know, throw the ball and do those things, that you get more opportunities to do that. You know, it'll be a big thing on Sunday night with the weather conditions and the cold. You know, we're going to have to take care of the football and treat it like it's gold.
Dave?
Like just to clarify on Kirk, is he having any symptoms and feeling okay?
I don't know that. I haven't asked him if he's got any symptoms, and I wasn't told that he had any.
Chad?
Mike, do you feel like you have to do anything or say anything to kind of keep spirits up without your starting quarterback, or is it just kind of business as usual?
I talk to the team all the time. You know, I talked to him a couple times this morning. You know, we'll talk to him again tomorrow. You know, I think they're going to rally behind Sean. You know, they know how important this game is, and you know, they believe in Sean.
I'll open it up. Anyone else?
Doesn't sound like it, Bob.
Ben?
Yeah, Mike.
Thank you.
Just on the secondary situation with Dantzler being possibly not out there, how does that change things when you're facing Rodgers and you've had so many shifts in the secondary in terms of the corners you've had available?
Yeah, you know, last year when we played them up there, we lost about 3 or 4 corners during the game. So, you know, we're going to go into it, and you know, I have confidence in the guys that'll be out there.
All right.